So what's up, my guys, and welcome back to Zero FX. These are the trades that we are still running. You can see this. I'm going to show you a very cool site that will help you become a better trader with that deposit only. And these are the trades. I also do make losses, but how do you manage your loss? Okay, now let me show you something. I always do plan for my trades early in the morning when I wake up to my office. I always do my plan for my trades, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do these things and what strategy am I using and how to analyze like a pro. Okay, so let's get started. Today I'm not going to be using my Zoom. I'm just going to be showing you this. I want you to focus. This is JPY, okay, and I'm going to be using this laptop of mine. This JPY, and this is the 4-hour time frame. But first of all, I want us to look at the monthly time frame. Okay, yeah, it's very important to look at the monthly time frame. You see, you as traders, I want you to understand one simple thing. When it comes to trading Forex, always plan for your trades. Have somewhere you write. You realize that if you look at in the monthly time frame, price was bullish. You get that? Price was bullish. So if I say that I'm marking my highs in the market, all my highs, okay? Let's first mark all our highs. I'm just showing you that. Mark all your highs like that. We are marking all our valid highs, okay? I'm just showing you something. You see, never trade against the trend. Always know the trend, okay? If you can't see the trend, make sure you can see that. Make sure you can see that. You get that? So those are your highs. We have marked our highs, and market has reached the previous high. Now, why am I calling it the previous high? It's because, let me show you something. After this high, you see, this was our last high. We had a big impulse in the market to form this support, and price has gone back up to the previous high, and we call that the source. So price has gone back up to the previous source of the market, which is very clear. Even if you go to the candle, it's very, very clear. You get that. Sometimes if you can't see that very well, make sure you imply the rule that I've given you. You understand that? Make sure you imply the rule that I have given you. Now, if you want to do this, is you have noticed that yes, prices at a previous high, and I took a sell in this one, and I'm still holding this sell. I'm still holding a long-term sell on JPY. Yeah, JPY. I'm still holding a long-term sell because you can see here, I already traded my trade. This is already a nice trail on my trade, and the funny thing is, you notice one thing here. If you come here, guys, come here, and you mark this zone here. Price has broken this zone. Can you see this zone here? Wow, it has broken that zone. I know whether you guys are understanding that zone. Okay, you must be able to understand that zone. Now we expect price to keep falling down, and if you look at the daily time frame, you expect more sales. Okay, more sales in the market. Now let me show you something. You come to, let's first go to 8-4 time frame. I show you something. Go to your 8-4 time frame. Go to your 8-4 time frame in the JPY. Go to your 8-4 time frame. Go to your 8-4 time frame. If you come to 8-4 time frame, that's my 8-4 time frame. Let me try to zoom out my stuff. Okay, that's cool. You can see that. We're looking at this zone here. So you realize that for now we have been selling JPY, but it has been overlaying. Up right now, it has not moved the way we expected. This is a very small move in JPY. But if you notice one thing, I want you to look at this. This was just a delay in the market, like a ranging market, not even like, but look at that. Look at that. If you can see it very well, go and use the line chart. Look at that. Price is bouncing on the same spots, on the same level. Now, we had something very unique about this, which is this that I was going to show you. You see this zone here. I mean this zone. This is something like a W structure, and we just broke it from here. So we are expecting price to keep dropping it more. But let me show you something again. You look at this. This was your first support before this high. Okay? This was your first support before this high. Then just a ranging market. But now this first support here has been broken from here. Could it be now that we are now moving straight down already? What do you think, guys? But let me show you something very, very simple. Because if you look at even the candles here, look at the candles, look at the behavior of candles. The sellers are in strong hold of the market, because if you look at only these candles, you would really know exactly what you want. Let me show you. You would really know exactly what you want. Let me show you something. I want you to look at this type of candles. Look at this nice rejection candle. Look at the sellers. Look at the sellers that are dropping the price. Look at these sellers that have closed below the opening price. This one so big. Look at that. Look at that. The sellers are, look at even this candle and this candle. The sellers are dominating in the market. You get that? Sellers are dominating in the market. And I told you one thing is something is cooking here. When you start finding price is ranging, when you start finding price ranging, moving in the same position, moving in the same position, you get that? When you start finding price moving in the same position, like can I say like this, moving in the same position for a long time. I told you it's doing what you call collecting liquidity from both sides. I told you always that, guys. And if you watch my videos so well, you must have understood all this. Okay, you get that? It's collecting liquidity on both sides. So expect price to break this level so that I can still keep on holding my short sell this position here. Now I want you to do something. Let's first go and look. If you look at even H1 time frame, you'd still see the same thing. Price is still ranging on the same way that I have just told you. It's ranging on the same thing that I have just told you. Now you go and check. Let's go and check on the daily time frame. Check on the daily time frame. Don't forget to check on the daily time frame. You look at this in the daily time frame, guys. Look at that. You realize something very, very fishy in the daily time frame. Let me show you something. Look at that. Have you seen that? We have this high. Okay, we have these two highs in the market. Let me show you something there. Make sure you understand this position because it's very important. We have this high, then we have this failed high. Then we had the price market breaking this gap region like an M structure. If you make sure you see that, make sure you see that. Only trade what you see, guys. Don't trade what you don't see. This M structure here. If I'm to mark, if you are to mark, you would mark like this. That M structure being broken from here. Okay, price broke from here, forming this low, and this was your last low before it retraced back up to the previous source. Now look at that. Let me show you again. We have this as your high, then we have a failed high. We have the neck region, which is here, and price broke the ninth neck region with a nice rejection candle. And there was a big impulse straight away down until this low. Okay, now we have this low, so we're gonna mark that low. Make sure you mark that low. Mark that low. You mark that low. We mark that low. Okay, that's the daily time frame. We mark that low. Now you notice one thing after marking that low, price came back straight until the previous high. Okay, came back straight until the previous high. So the question is like this: do you think price is going to break the previous high? But basing on the type of candles we can see here, we can see a strong rejection of the sellers at this price zone. So whenever you start seeing price rejecting at this level, it means at this level, this price level, which is 188.318, is a very strong resistance zone where the sellers are trying to insert more pressure down. Sellers are trying to push more price to go down. That no, we can't accept you to buy beyond this. It's like going to the market and you're selling something and the buyer is very good at bargaining, and you reach to a point where you say that no, if you don't want to accept this price, I can't give you at that price. It's like a fixed price. You get that? So that is what we are seeing here. Whenever you start seeing price, it has broken the neck region, then he brings it back again, back until this position, and respects again this position by showing this type of candles, showing the weakening of the buyers at this point. Because if you look at, I want you to compare these candles here and you compare with these candles here. You get that? There's a very big difference. You notice that here the buyers were real into the market, completely dominant in the market. Then at this zone they kind of became weak. Okay, so what do we expect about JPSD? I expect I'm still holding myself. And I told you one thing, guys: if you want to make money in trading forex, patience is the key. Analyze your market and give them time. You're not gonna make $1 million in just a single day. No, you give your trades time. Okay, so that is just the daily time frame. Now I want you to look at also the weekly time frame. Look at the weekly time frame. Look at the weekly time frame. Endeavor to emphasize your mind. Endeavor to focus also on high time frames, because they are very, very important. They're very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, very, very important. Now if you look at the high time frame, you notice one thing. Notice one thing. I want you to do one thing. You're gonna mark this zone here. Can you see this? You mark that zone there. What is another zone? You mark this high again, another high there, another one, another high there. Then we have what we call a failed high. Okay, now let me explain that, guys. Let me explain that. I want you to look at that carefully. Look at that. We have this high, then we have support at this zone. You can even see price respected that support, because if you draw this support region here, support region, where is the support region? That's your support region. If you draw that your first support region, because this is your high and this was a retracement, which is correction phase, to another high, then price came back up to your support region and rejected even your support region, meaning the sellers couldn't break below this price level because of this rejection. They respected it. You get that? Then we have your final high here, then again another correction phase to form this support, and price goes back up and respects this position. Now I want you to focus also on this candle. You see this type of candle here? It's all written in your eyes, this type of candle here. You get that? It is sometimes a reversal candle. You get that? That shows a reversal movement in the market. So focus on this also so much. So that's why I'm still bearish on JPY. You get that? For as long as this high has not been broken, there is no way you would be buying as long as this high has not been broken. You get that? You need to follow what you call protocol. For as long as this high has not been broken, you can't do that. You can't make any mistake. So what we expect in the market is we already have this. We already have that in the market. We expect this to happen in the market. The patient ones know what I'm talking about. We expect this happen in the market, but it takes some good time for you to be able to catch this. Before then, from there we can either see price retracing to the neck region of the market, or and maybe breaking it back. That's what we expect. But what I can advise you is trade what you see. Let's first wait for the final move of the market. So what I can just want to tell you is, let me hope you've understood something. And what I want is, I want you to understand trading and become a better trader, and a better version of yourself. I wish you all the best and see you next time, guys. And you make sure you leave a comment about this video. Don't forget to like the video and join my Telegram group. Check my description. You can find my WhatsApp contact if you want to join my boot class. I wish you all the best. Bye, guys.